that always wanted to be a teacher. As a child, I would just play school, and you're probably too young for this, but we had like these roll cards that you had to fill out before they did it on computers, and so I would make my own set, I'd make my own lunch menu. So really, I just always knew from early on, as long as I can remember. I know that's not for a lot of people, they're not that way, but for me, it's just what I wanted to do, and I guess the journey, I started out in high school, I took, child development classes as much as I could to start preparing for it. I knew early on I wanted to go to Utah State because they have such a great program. So I applied my senior year, was accepted. Decided to do a dual language or a dual degree, dual major. So early childhood and elementary ed. All went well. Graduated. So I'm here. So, and I've been teaching 6 years now. So yeah, it's been an adventure, challenging at times, but
what grade do you teach?
Kindergarten. Yes. So,
Do you love
tired.
it?
I do love it. Every day's an adventure, but I go home tired at times. So they keep you busy.
Yeah. Okay, so the process, if you teach at a public school, you have to be licensed, right?
Yes.
Okay. So you just went to school and then you got your license after?
There are some steps you have to take. You have to pass a background check. You have to take the praxis. And once you pass your background and you pass the praxis. This was long enough ago that I have to remember if that's all you want to do. And of course, graduate. Once you do all these things, pass your student teaching, you can apply for a level 1 license. With a level 1 license, it's your first 3 years. You're considered provisional. You have to have evaluations every year. You have to meet with your principal and create a portfolio. Then you have to take the praxis 2, and also an ethical review. And once you do those things and your principal passes you off and you complete your portfolio and those types of things, then you apply for a level 2 license, which is what I have at this point. And then you just have to renew that every 5 years.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's...
So you said you always wanted to be a teacher. Were there any key points in your journey becoming a teacher where you felt like that was really confirming that's what you wanted to do? I had moments for a while, and this is going to be I don't know if this is going to answer the question exactly the way you want, but I wanted to do special education. My brother, he was in the special education program at school, had some special needs, but I found that there was too many politics, too much paperwork, and I felt like I have another brother who he didn't have special needs, but he was kind of falling through the cracks. He was like that child who the teachers necessarily didn't really, they said they liked him, but you could tell there was always butting of heads, and he kind of fell in between, and so I finally decided after a while that there are programs in place that help those who have special needs already, but those students that don't qualify for those services, I feel like sometimes they're lost, and they're the ones that end up dropping out, or they end up not liking school. And I felt like if I was going to have the most impact, make the biggest difference, I wanted to stay in mainstream, and I wanted to start at a younger grade, so that way I could start building that strong foundation. I mean, if they leave kindergarten not liking school, that's a shame. They have a long time to go, a lot of years ahead of them. So that's kind of helped me decide that I really wanted to take that route, and become an early childhood educator, and hopefully at least give them at the beginning something that they look forward to and enjoy in school, and maybe try to catch those students who otherwise might be forgotten early on. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And our last question is, do you have any advice for us, in trying to figure out what we want to go into, and if we want to do this or not?
Do you like a job where it's always changing? This is a good job for you. And do you like a job where you constantly
constantly having to challenge yourself and find ways to meet the needs of potentially 20 plus students, this is a job for you. I mean, every day is different. Every day you have something thrown at you that you didn't see coming. So if you're looking for a job that's not boring, this is it. But it is a very demanding job. You are expected to pass children on to the next grade who are going to be successful in that grade. And so sometimes it can be stressful and hard, and then you have testing and assessments that are required. So if you do want to go into this, think about those things. Are you willing to sometimes give up some of your free time so that way you can help these children be successful? I'm not saying you have to live as a teacher, but sometimes you will have to do that, especially if it's parent-teacher conference time or so on. And of course, you have to like children. If you don't like children, don't do it. Because you will end up hating your life. So, all right, okay.
Thank you so much for letting us
No problem. Glad I could help.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's what you needed. So,
It is.
okay.